Good morning. Happy Friday. It's been a long week, even though it was a short week because Monday was Labor Day. I can't believe I made it to Friday. But I still have a lot of work to do. Yeah, such is life. I just wanted to encourage you to take your health journey one little step at a time. I was on a phone call last week with a burnt out mom. Honestly, like, we've all been there. Sometimes parenting gets the best of us and we just get tired and overwhelmed, and our health is like the first thing to go. When we're moms, we sacrifice a lot of ourselves. And if you're watching this, I hope we get the opportunity to work together, because I really think that you're worth it. You are worth it. So invest in yourself. Anyway, the point is that part of that conversation was like trying to jump into this health journey, like all in, right? And I love that all in attitude. Absolutely all in. But when you go in with this enthusiasm where you're going to just kind of overhaul your entire life, you're kind of setting yourself up for burnout. And here's the thing. Sorry about my hands, by the way, I've been tie-dyeing. Here's the thing about it. Listen to me, look at me. One step at a time. Okay, stop trying to bite off more than you can chew. You're going to choke yourself that way. So yes, although health has a lot to do with what we eat and moving and all this stuff, you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to just start stacking these tiny wins and like get solid in the little things before you try to go all in and do a complete overhaul of your life, because historically speaking, that's not the effective way to get to your healthiest self. Little bite-sized chunks. Also know that health is so much more than just diet and exercise. There are so many other aspects that you can work on. So if you're not ready to tackle your nutrition right now, cool. Try something different. If you're not ready to tackle your intentional movements or your exercise routines right now, cool. Try something different. Focus on things like stress management. That plays a big role in our health too. Or improving your sleep, or managing your interpersonal relationships. All of these things contribute to our deep health. It's so much more than just diet and exercise. And if you do want to start tackling things like your nutrition, which is as a category can be completely overwhelming, and I understand that, your best bet is to not jump into like a macro subscription, or prescription. And that's what this particular mom was asking me for last week. Like, well, just tell me what to eat and when to eat it. I'm like, well, there are so many other aspects. Here's the thing. I can give you macro prescriptions left and right, but they're not actually going to help you reach your goals, because it's going to be overwhelming and you're going to let things fall. Before we start going into the nitty-gritty like a macro prescription, let's start with the basics. Start with something small, like water intake, right? Challenge yourself to meet your water goals every single day for at least a week or two. Start getting into the habit of meeting that goal. The basics, right? I know that the basics are boring. I know that. And I know that we maybe don't think that they're going to get us to our health goals fast enough. But when it comes to health, it's not a sprint. And you're going to be so much more successful if you take bite-sized pieces and conquer those first, and then you start stacking those, and then all of a sudden you're in this like much better space. Then when you try to do a complete overhaul, you get overwhelmed, you let everything fall, and then you're just like back where you started or even worse off, right? So I encourage you today to work on one thing, right? Whether that be I'm focusing on water right now, or I'm going to focus on a 5-minute walk every single day. Or if that's too much, even start backing up and say, okay, I am going to intentionally talk to somebody today who I know will make me laugh, right? So I can get that mood boost, and that's a different side of our health than maybe the diet and exercise, okay? Or I'm going to go to bed a half hour earlier tonight. I'm going to prioritize my sleep. Start small and then conquer that before you start layering in other aspects. And once you start layering, all of a sudden a year from now, you're in such a better spot with your health and you'll be so proud of yourself. Whereas we start these like diet routines that don't necessarily work with our lives, and then we feel like failures when we don't follow through with them because they're too much and we took on too much at once and it was too overwhelming. Don't do that. Okay. Anyway, until next time, you guys, eat more, eat well, eat happy. Bye.